welcome you to the Riverside Weekly. We hope your time with us today is thought-provoking, spiritually challenging, and a life-changing experience. Our discussions and messages can be raw, real, and at times very uncomfortable and even controversial. We highly encourage all of our guests and listeners to take notes, leave comments, and when possible, always share what you hear. And now here are your hosts, Pastor Cello and Pastor Mia.
Hi, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. I always say that. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Just because I never know when you guys are watching.
And you don't know if somebody is just got up. Am I too tall?
No, I'm like, hi, how you doing? Rapunzel.
Let down your beautiful golden hair. Sorry, it's not that far. I can't.
Sorry, sidetrack.
That's okay.
I was just like,
Were you admiring?
I got a crick in my neck.
10,000 years can give me such a crick in the neck. That's from having 4 kids.
Yeah.
Aladdin, by the way, quoting Aladdin. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm sorry I was so tall there for a minute. He totally sidetracked me.
I got sidetracked. I was like,
You were captivated by my beauty?
yeah.
Yeah.
So used to looking down at you.
Anyway, welcome everybody. And again, like we said, we don't know if it's your morning, if it's your night, when are you listening. But anyway, welcome, whatever time of day it is.
Yes.
Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock. Good.
That was good, wasn't
Man,
it?
thanks for you guys, all our new subscribers, man. Appreciate you guys subscribing.
Mm-hmm.
We are pushing towards the 100 subscribers mark.
Yay!
Right.
If you can just tell your friends, like, share us.
If you're watching this and you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. Bling, 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 bling.
That's only because we're trying to get paid for this. No, I'm just kidding. We are sponsored by... Oh, dang. Riverside. No, just kidding.
We're just trying. We're trying to reach 100 subscribers. We're so close, so it was just kind of cool, man. If we could get 100 subscribers, yay! So that's
The same 3 keep watching, but we're all right. I mean,
5,500 subscribers with 3 actual viewers.
there you go. Anyway,
So what are we talking about today?
so today we're probably helping those 3 that are actually watching. But
Ouch,
today,
already, okay.
no, I don't mean just them, but I mean, if it's only 3, so maybe it's for the others because they're not watching. But I was just trying
Well, somebody's watching because we had. Oh my gosh! I was looking at it the other day. We had over 20,000
plays.
20,000 plays on our audio.
Wow.
That's a lot of people listening.
Wow.
Uganda, Laos.
Uh-huh.
Man, I was supposed to do that and I forgot.
I know you were going to do a shout out.
I was, man.
And you didn't.
The list is super long. Like it's super
Wow.
long.
Okay. So we'll remember to do it next time. Sorry,
will do
guys.
that.
Thank you for listening out there in the
Leave us
Ukraine
yes.
and the United. What was it? United Arms or something like that.
I don't
Remember
know.
that?
Everywhere.
And then everywhere, Uganda and
Hawaii.
and
Hayes, Kansas.
yeah, Hayes.
What
Man.
up? I'm trying to think of where else.
Arizona. You have Tucson.
Oklahoma City, Boston. I can't think of a bunch. Thanks,
That's
guys.
cool. Thank you, guys.
We'll give a more what do they call that? A more in-depth
Yeah, shout out.
shout out
Next time.
from a list. Like I'll have a paper here and I'll just read
Yeah.
them all. Like
Anyway, so today's podcast is kind of somber. I know I've been like excited and passionate. Yeah, passionate is my thing. But today I just wanted to come from a somber side of things and not really a sad type of thing.
Is it the rain?
It is. I was thinking about it and I was like, what do I want to talk about, Lord? What do you want me to talk about? I feel so blah. And that's exactly what I heard. I mean, I feel like you look. No, I'm just kidding.
You must be feeling pretty good. You feel fine. You feel awesome. Because I look awesome, feel fine, and everything's great.
Y'all just don't know. Before we even started the podcast, I was like, babe, you got to do something. You look like you've been sleeping for 40 days and 40 nights.
Feel like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see, he just said exactly what I was thinking or what I was saying. I don't feel motivated. I feel blah. Even though we are motivated and we're doing things, just some days you get up and you think, I don't want to do nothing. I just want to lay
Me
around.
every day.
Right? I just want to lay around and do nothing. Where do you want me to go? It's raining, you know? It's funny because I always hear my dad when I say it's raining. It's raining, Janie. And my dad, y'all, he's so funny. Anyway.
My dad is always, boy, burning daylight.
Yeah, but how can you burn daylight if there's no daylight?
It's gray and gloomy.
Yes. I want to be Eeyore today. Why
Just so you know, it's raining right now.
Yeah. I want to be Eeyore. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit and be on the couch and cry. No. I mean, but that's... Okay, and I was thinking about this. I was like, you know, and I even wore my rain boots for you. Oh, there you go. Okay. And they match my cute shirt. So, I was just going to say that, you know, some days you don't feel like doing anything and you feel blah. And I was thinking about my shirts, you know, because I like to make shirts, and I still haven't made my shirt because I probably would wear that shirt every day. It was the first shirt, actually the second shirt I was going to make. This one was the first one, and never mind the rolls, but, and the
Rolls sold separately.
Yeah, rolls. So yeah, get your own rolls.
Get your own rolls.
But my second shirt said, nah, N-A-H-H-H-H-H-H-H, ... I'ma stay. Because I don't want to go anywhere. There's some days that I don't want to people. I just want to be home.
I love that.
That
I don't want to people.
I meant, you know, and my friends out there are probably going, me, same seas, you know, type thing. And I know who you are because I can hear you right now saying, same seas, Mamma Mia, you know. But at the same time, I know that there are some days that we can just get blah. And I was looking up words because...
To describe blah?
Yeah, because one of the words was blase, because we always say that, right? And I looked it up, and it was a group from the 90s.
90s rap group.
Yeah, rap group. And I was like, that's not what I was talking about. But I want to read it to you because it was really good. So blase does not mean that. This is what it means. To skip past parts of the story that are not important. I'm sorry. Rain is not my life. Yeah. Rain, no. We're actually important.
What did Yoda say? Page turners, they were not.
Never heard that.
If you got to watch Star Wars.
Okay.
Page turners, they were not.
Oh, that was really good too. Very good, Yoda.
Anyway.
And if you don't know, we call him Yoda anyway because he's so wise and noble. Anyway, so blase in the Urban Dictionary says to skip past parts of a story that are not important. And I feel like, you know, sometimes when we feel blah or we're having those days that are just, we don't feel like we should be doing anything.
Boo-boo days.
Yeah. We just need to skip past those parts, right?
Wake me up tomorrow and start over.
Yeah, honestly. And, you know, I have a friend, and I know she's not going to hear this because I haven't seen her in years. I was thinking about that. She was my coworker, and she loved the rain. Anytime it rains, she said, ooh, it would make me want to clean my house. I'm like, in what country? That does not make me want to clean my house. It makes me want to sleep all day and do nothing and be in the blankets and have the AC on and just be cold and be
I want to just sit on
snuggle.
The porch. I want to sit on the porch with a cup of whatever.
Yeah, tea. You don't drink coffee, so
just
water, a bottle.
Water, whatever, and just sit on the porch
and watch it rain. This brother will sit outside while it's lightning, hailing, thunderstorming and be like,
so relaxing, man.
Okay.
That's my blah day. Like, I'm just like chilling. What are you doing? Sit on the porch. Sit on the porch.
Skipping past the parts that are not important. I mean, you know, but I just thought that was really cool that that's what it meant because I was like, you know, you just have those days that you have bad hair days or nothing fits days. Your clothing don't fit and you're just like, I don't know what to wear. I don't want to wear nothing.
I got that problem all the time. I put it on, it just falls right off. It's too big.
Whatever. I like your confession. But let me read this one. This is, let me see. Where is it? This one is blasé, the real word, BLAS apostrophe E, blasé. It's uninterested because of frequent exposure or indulgent, unconcerned, nonchalant.
Blah.
Blah. And that's where we get that word from, the blah. And I just kept thinking, I don't want to be blah. I want to do something, but I like the sun. I love for the sun to be out. Makes me want to clean my house.
Makes me want to sweat. Sun in Texas.
So stay inside.
I do.
Stay inside, okay? But I'm just saying, I think we get to a point in just life that we have some days that we just need to skip past. And we're just like, that was a really bad day. We should just forget about that day and move on. But I don't think we do. I think sometimes we get stuck in a rut and we don't want to come out of that.
We go so much that we don't realize how much we're going.
Yeah.
I agree. I think going back to our self-care podcast. We talk about self-care. But I think having blah days are normal. I think that you're not normal if you don't have a day where you're just like, bleh. Because
That's true.
When you think about it, our society is just, we go, like, we don't understand
rest.
We don't understand relaxation. Even when you go on vacation, there's work involved in going on vacation. Of course, I know you probably adapted to me, but I'm okay with just getting on the road and driving, and then we'll find a place on the way there. Or like when we get into the city, we're like, oh, where are we going to stay? I'm not sure. Like, I'm okay with that.
That's my husband, guys.
I'm okay with that.
I'm a planner, always have been, and now I'm not.
And, to have those type of blah days, I probably get some hate mail, but I think they're healthy. I think when it becomes unhealthy is when that's all the days that you have.
Yeah, that's true.
You just have nothing but
and then
blah
you start
days.
leaning on depression. The side of depression.
I think you should have. I think it's normal to have just a day where like you just don't want to get out of your pajamas.
Nah, I'm gonna stay
right here on this couch watching Netflix. I think it is okay. Like sometimes, because I feel guilty sometimes myself. Like I'll just be like, I don't want to do nothing. Like nothing.
That's all the time, honey. It's okay. It's okay. Are you depressed?
Yeah, I don't want to do anything half the time. Most of the time, I don't want to do it. And I think it's okay, but it's if we stay there, if we stay in that blah state. I think if you don't have those blah days, I really feel like it's not healthy to not just take a day off. You have to decompress. You have to
decompress. That's the word.
You got to decompress. You have to reboot. Like you have to have downtime. I think a lot of times we get going so much that we don't have downtime. We don't have reboot time. We don't have
what is it when you get mad at me because I don't do my phone? Update.
Yeah.
That's good. If you don't take time to rest or be blah and have those blah days, then how can you download the updates?
Yeah, and that's it. Because I think of it in terms, and I've shared this before in workshops. This little analogy or story.
Okay.
Sometimes we get like the guy that has the axe or the chainsaw, and he's chopping up wood or chopping up trees and limbs, like he's just going. And he does it for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, but he never stops to sharpen his chainsaw. He never stops to sharpen his axe, right?
It's going to get dull.
It's going to get dull. And I think that's what happens with us is we get going we're going so often and so much that we never stop to sharpen our axe, to sharpen our chainsaw. And so we become dull in the things. So we don't ever just sit back and just like do nothing and just have... Just recharge, like reboot, like, just have that day of blah where like, you know what? I'm literally just going to stay in my pajamas all day, leave my socks on, my t-shirt, and I'm going to sit in front of the TV and chillax the whole time. Like I'm not even going to go get something to eat. I'm going to call and have them come deliver me some food to eat,
Waiters.
Yeah, can you feed me? make me chew my food. You know, I think it's okay to have blah days, because you can't. We're not built. I mean, we're not built.
We're
or
not
made,
machines.
Yeah, we're not built, and even machines wear out, right? But we're not built.
That's
we're
good.
not built to
Gears wear out.
We're not built to continuously be going without there being some kind of repercussion.
I think now that you say that, I think this has to do with resting on the Sabbath, and a lot of people will argue. They'll say Saturday Sabbath, Sunday is Sabbath. The period is rest.
Right.
Rest. You are supposed to rest, and because some people would be like, I can't go to church on Sunday. I'm supposed to rest on that day. Okay. You need to recharge your batteries. That's why you need to go to church, so that people around you, if you're surrounding yourselves with your friends and your family and your loved ones, that's recharging.
It does.
I mean, I love being with all 13 of my grandkids, but I need a recharge after that.
Woo, 13, that's a lot.
Yeah. And if they're all in the house at one time, and I think that's...
I'm good for 45 minutes.
Yes, we know. You announce that every time. We know.
Yep.
We know.
So in case you didn't know, when all my grandkids are together, I'm really good with them for 45 minutes. They get, and that's it.
His attention span is 45 minutes.
With 13 grandkids.
Okay, but we had 4 kids and they acted like 13 kids.
There you go. There you go. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I think, honestly, that's why we get to the blah point, because we overload ourselves with so much of that, and we don't give ourselves enough time to recharge. And yeah, you're right. That does go back to the self-care podcast, but at the same time, it just made me think about it. I was like, I'm just so blah. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to be Eeyore, and I just want to mope around. And that's okay. But however...
Don't camp out there.
Well, that's what I was going to say. He always used to say, listen, if you're at the point where you're just done and you just feel blah and you don't want to do it anymore and you're at your wit's end or whatever, you can quit for the day. Just show up tomorrow.
Show up in the morning.
Yeah, you have to start a new day. And so I just, when I'm cleaning, okay? When I'm cleaning, I try. Instead of doing it in little spurts like my cousin told me to do, thank you, cousin, I try to do it all in one day. And by the end of the day, I don't want nobody to touch me. I don't want to be by nobody. I don't want nobody to talk to me. I don't want nobody to look at me. I don't want, and I know that's how moms are like, that's me when I'm with all my kids, But at the same time, I think we should do things in spurts, in rest. Go. What do we call that? Sprint? Are those sprints? Sprints. When you run
sprints.
Yeah. You can do a marathon, that's fine, but if you've never trained for a marathon, you're not going to make it.
Yeah. And that's where I think a lot of times we feel guilty for having those blah days. We feel guilty for having those I don't want to do nothing days, or those days where we actually don't do nothing.
Yeah.
I know that because I feel guilty.
Yeah, you always feel guilty.
I'm
like, it's okay.
I didn't get a single thing done today. Like I didn't do nothing all day, and I feel guilty for that because I try to be productive, and pretty much every day I try to have get some stuff done moving forward. But I think it's kind of like I share this in leadership too. When you have a bow and arrow, right? Mm-hmm. A bow and arrow isn't stretched all the time, right? So when you put an arrow on it, you stretch it and then you release it and it shoots the arrow. But I think a lot of times what we do is we stay in the ready to shoot mode, which we're stretched all the time. And if you keep that bow stretched at any length of time, what happens eventually is that the string no longer has tension. So it's not able to shoot the arrow as far as it could because it's become weak and it doesn't have a lot of tension. And so it kind of going towards the same thing of with sharpening your axe or sharpening your chainsaw, right? So if you're not ever relaxing your bow and you're constantly just shooting arrows all the time, eventually your arrows are going to start going less and less the distance that they could.
Oh, okay.
Right. So like if you're shooting and then you relax your bow, then you'll always be able to shoot arrows where they need to go as far as they can go. But if you're constantly shooting them all the time, then your string and your bow is going to get more and more stretched and relaxed, to where now when you pull it, you don't have that much power. You don't have that much ability. You don't have that ability to shoot that arrow as far. And I think that's where our society and our culture in America has gotten us to a place where that's where we live. We live where
In
we're all
stretch mode?
Stretch mode. We live in stretch mode all the time. So we're always going. We never stop to sharpen our chainsaw. We never stop to sharpen our axe. We never relax our bow. We're just going so far. And so when we do that, when we hit our blah days, or those days hit us, it's not a blah day. It's a meltdown. You know, it's
Because
a
we've
crash.
already been stretched.
Yeah, it's crash and burn. It's not a blah day. So I think having a blah day is. I like that.
Okay,
I
it's
think
mighty
all right.
fine okay.
Mighty fine okay.
So for all you ladies out there, what he just said is, when you get that new pair of shoes and they don't fit because they're too tight, and you stick those water bottles in them so that they'll stretch, so that they'll fit perfectly. Well, if you leave that water bottle in there too long, then they become too wongle and you don't want to wear them anymore.
And then when you need to walk, you can't walk because it's falling off.
Because they flop it. I was like, that was a guy analogy. Let me throw out a girl analogy.
It's kind of like when you have the sweats and you pull the string and you stretch up the elastic and they don't fit no more.
No, or when you have those stretchy pants and you've had them so long that you've dried them and washed them so much that you get that elastic and you hear it crackling and then they don't squish back. It's time. They're worn out. They're worn out.
Or the underwear, when you put them on, it comes apart.
Stop.
The elastic folds over because it's no longer holding on.
Or the quitter socks.
Or the quitter socks. Oh man, we could go on all day. Let's go to the laundry basket.
Anyway, so I hope that helps some of you. It's okay to have a blah day. It's okay to have a bad hair day. It's okay to, I feel like my hair is just, it's blah. And yeah. And it's okay to have a nothing fits me today day and just do nothing and stay in PJs all day. Just don't stay there, you know?
Right, don't camp out.
Yeah, don't camp out there. Just get
through
some
your
rest.
day. Get through your blah day.
Yeah, get through your blah day.
And get back to work right away.
Yeah.
The kids are dependent on you.
I love those commercials where the moms are sick. You know, you can't take a day off. You know, and they're in the bed. That's how I feel with the blah day, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, don't let the rain get you down. Rain's good for everything. Rain makes everything grow, so.
Hey, man.
So does rest.
So does rest.
Yeah. All right. That's all I got. I'm going to go back to being blah. Gave you what I had, and that's all I got.
I'm going to go sit on the porch, watch
the rain.
Well, I'll let you guys later. Thank you guys for liking, listening, and subscribing, and for putting up with us every week.
Yeah, amen to that. Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Riverside Weekly. Download the Riverside Waco app to stay connected and follow us on all social media sites at the Riverside Waco. This podcast is made possible by the givers of Riverside Community Church. Production and engineering provided by Capital G and RTV in Waco, Texas.